My 8-year-old son asked me a question. What if all the dogs learned to talk? I thought it was an interesting question. You wake up to a perfectly normal day. It's a Tuesday, your alarm is blaring, and the dog is scratching at the door. You finally drag yourself out of bed and stumble to the door. But before you can open it, you hear it. A deep, gruff voice from behind the door. Hey, can you hurry up? My bladder is, and I quote, at maximum capacity. You freeze. A dog just spoke, and not just any dog. Your dog. In that moment, when the first dog spoke, the world was thrown into a state of glorious, hilarious, and terrifying chaos. For millions of years, they had been our companions, our loyal friends, our silent judges. But now, the silence was gone. Just imagine it. The quietest creatures in the world had become the biggest gossips. Your golden retriever, whom you thought was a simple, happy boy, turned out to be a meticulous food critic. And the tiny chihuahua next door, it turns out, has a surprisingly deep, booming voice and an elaborate conspiracy theory about squirrels and the government. The initial shock quickly gave way to a new reality. We learned that our dogs knew everything. They heard every conversation, every phone call you thought was private. A police dog in New York became the world's most effective detective, providing eyewitness accounts that put criminals behind bars. And on the flip side, your partner's poodle revealed you said you'd be out for just 10 minutes, then spent 3 hours on the couch watching TV. Secrets flowed like a burst dam. But it wasn't all just secrets and gossip. The science behind this change was baffling. Scientists scrambled to understand how a dog's vocal cords, not to mention their brains, could suddenly handle the complexities of human language. One leading linguist suggested that dogs always had their own form of language, a secret code of barks and whines. Others hypothesized it was an evolutionary leap, a sudden surge in cognitive development triggered by their close bond with humans. Whatever the reason, it changed everything. The pet industry went into full collapse. Dog food companies now had to take angry calls and scathing reviews from their consumers. Pet stores became debate halls, with dogs arguing the ethics of leashes and the best squeaky toys. When you took your dog to the park, they could discuss everything from geopolitical events to the best spot to bury a bone with other dogs. As the months passed, the novelty faded and a new, deeper connection began to form. We learned about their fears, their hopes, their surprisingly insightful opinions on our lives. We discovered they weren't just silent companions. They were thinking, feeling individuals with their own perspectives and dreams. They loved us not blindly. They loved us for our flaws, our bad singing, and our awkward secrets. They saw us at our best and worst, and they were still there. In the end, the chaos gave way to something profound. It was a new world. And in this new world, you didn't just have a pet. You had a friend, a truly honest friend. And if you think that's interesting, you should hear what your cat has to say. But that's a story for another video. Make sure to subscribe and like the video to join us when we find out.